else joins the conference.
How you guys doing? Good? Got a front row ready to grow sitting up here?
What?
Said I got a front row ready to grow sitting up here?
Yeah.
Alright. Got it? Sweet. Thank you.
Sure.
Hmm. Hmm. Come on in. Did you guys just eat lunch? Okay. You're not sleepy? No sleepy.
Going. Yeah, you. Good.
Oh, volume? I'm gonna put this in. You guys ready to rock and roll? All right. Let's go. We don't need to wait for everybody. Where are you guys located at? City, state?
Here in Ellsbury, Maryland.
You're in Houston? Not at the moment.
Delaware.
That's why you said that. Okay.
Where?
Delaware.
Where?
Where?
I don't know. Somewhere up there.
Where are you guys from?
Chicago.
Chicago. All right.
Delaware.
Delaware.
Where?
Did you guys come together? Same? Pennsylvania.
Maryland.
Okay, I will be out there soon. I have an event there. Johnstone?
Where are you going?
They said it's some little, almost, I want to say it's almost an island or it's close to water and it's a little resort area, vacation area. It's a Johnstone Supply having me come speak. They said it's cool, but I've never been there. Yeah, I think that's right.
That's about 30 miles.
You are. Awesome. We'll be there in September.
You will love it.
Yeah? Oh, that's great. All right, what about you? Where are you from?
Chicago.
Chicago. Gentlemen, you're late. Where are you from? Come on.
Cleveland. I saw you.
I just saw you. We were in Cleveland. I still have not slept in my own bed.
Really? Wow.
I haven't been home yet. That was actually, I've been in California, Ohio, Kentucky, Texas, Dallas, Houston. That's 2 different states. I've been in Louisville. Yes, I just saw you guys. And you came back for this? Good night. You don't have a headache from the last one?
Rerun.
All right, you guys, let's rock and roll. What about you guys? Where are you from?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Okay. Raise your hand if the weather's over 80 right now in your area.
We're getting there next week.
Next week?
Check that next week.
Under 60? Okay. You guys are in the crummy time of the year then, huh? That's why you're here. Windows down, hair blowing in the breeze, no phones. Okay. All right, you guys, well, let's rock and roll. So this class will be a little bit different. I think my guys from Louisville over there that are talkers will probably tell you. I'm Jennifer Bagley. I'm the CEO of CI Web Group. We're the preferred digital marketing agency for Goodman and have been working with HVAC contractors for almost a decade now. I have Michael Hicklin in the back of the room. That's our Chief Operating Officer. Also head of our design team. So all the pretty websites that come out, those are his babies. So you guys, our company focuses on kind of a 4-tier process and strategy. Very, very different. I wasn't born and raised in the advertising industry. Didn't come out of the advertising industry. Most people who are in digital marketing now, it's because advertising industry is not doing as hot and they've got to learn something technical in order to keep progressing. Can you hear me?
No.
Really?
Yeah, there's a vent right here. It's on full blast. Yeah, that's why.
That's why it's the front row, ready to grow row. So what happens, okay, I'll speak up. So we have kind of a 4-tier process. Our methodology is how are we using technology to convert time to cash? So technically you guys are in a marketing class. It's not just what we're going to cover. We're going to attempt to cram about 100 hours into 45 minutes. So you're going to have a headache, but you guys are only 2 sessions away from happy hour. Okay. Strategy is next. That is one of the biggest challenges with most businesses when it comes to marketing. It's not your forte. So, and you guys, contractors in general, ladies and gentlemen, oh, there's so many women in here. That's awesome. Normally it looks like you guys just knocked. It's not very many. So, hi, you guys. So next is strategy. You guys have a target on your back that is ridiculous. You guys get called from every scam artist under the sun. How many of you get calls from Google? Every day. Google will never call you. You guys get those emails that say your website is trash and these are all the things that are wrong with it and I can fix it. I can get you on page 1 of Google. I can, all of those, trash. So here's the cool part about digital marketing that'll help you with some of those sales pitches. If you have a marketing agency that's an expert at generating leads and opportunities on the internet, cold calling you, that's an oxymoron. Why do they have to cold call you if they know how to generate business on the internet? So that's the first logical statement you can toss out the door. Does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense. I would never pick up the phone and cold call somebody. Hey, strategically, we have to do things in the right order. So a lot of times we're looking for what are my neighbors doing, what are my competitors doing, where's the blue pill that makes the phone ring like crazy? There is no blue pill. There is no blue pill. No matter what sales rep walks in with their wears and tears, it doesn't exist. This is work. Is work. And it requires some logic, a little bit of heart, and a lot of data. Okay? It's not changing. It's not going anywhere. I shouldn't say it's not changing, but it's not going away. How many of you have kids? Anybody with toddlers seen them on an iPhone? They make you feel slow? I know my 18, well, our 17, 18, and 19-year-old will walk out of high school with a larger database and more influence than the average business that's been in business for 10 years. I also know that these generations are heavy influencers and in a matter of a month can decide they are no longer communicating with this particular device anymore. That's now for old people, retired. We're going to move here. And you can't reach them unless you're in that area. Anybody have a teenager? Are they on Facebook? Really? Okay. Anyone else? Are they yours on Facebook? Why not? Who's Facebook for? Old people.
Really?
Yeah. Emails for dead people. Yes. They are not getting on Facebook for anything. No way. Their parents are there. And their grandparents and their aunts and their uncles. They can get on Snapchat 3 seconds. You can't see anything. Okay, so I say that because that audience is either going to be our future customer. You guys are in a generational business, so you're down for it's going to be your future competitor as businesses get handed down to sons and daughters. They're going to be our potential client, our employee, and God forbid our employer, right? Okay. But there's someone to watch because the way they communicate, the way they shop, the way they buy, they can tell you what's coming ahead of time. Even though that's not how right now, we need to catch up to us old people who use the internet and social media all day, every day. And that's how we make our buying decisions. So we got to catch up. So the next section is network. Who do you listen to? Who do you surround yourself with? Who do you take advice from? Anybody ever ask divorcees, family member, one of your family members that's divorced about relationship expertise, or someone that's dead broke about money, or the guy that's never grown a business past one about how to market yours? We have to be careful because a lot of times we wind up asking the right questions to the wrong people. Following mentors, getting advice, getting good advice, even if it's not what we want to hear, pride will get you. This is hard. It's not easy. It's easier than you think, but it's difficult. And a lot of this has to do with the bottom one, which is how we think. It is how we think. I can't ignore that. I have clients that sell the exact same product, same area, same everything, same marketing budget, same results, same traffic. One, they're like, this is awesome. Let's do it again. I want more. Let's add more phrases. Let's get into more cities. And that's their mindset is they see the progressive things. We get rid of the wasteful things and we keep doing more. And I also have ones that are like, doesn't work. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit my manufacturer and I'm going to quit my marketing company and I'm going to start over and over and over again, thinking it's going to be easier somewhere else. It just takes work. It takes commitment. A lot of you came to this class with preconceived notions about digital marketing, whether it works, whether it's a hoax. You guys have had experiences probably with agencies that you dislike. I get that. So if you can, I just ask you, try and clear your palate, empty the glass, and take home some new information. Fair? All right. So CA Web Group, just real quick. We've been working in HVAC, like I said, 10 years now. We've got over 100 people, 110 people around the world, so stretching everywhere from us in Seattle, Washington, to Dallas and Houston and Chicago and New York and California, Buffalo, to Bali, Greece, Nepal, and India. So we run a 6-day clock and 3 to 4 shifts a day. So our morning meetings can start at 11 p.m. depending on where you're at. So it's a crew. These guys are all experts at specific things. So we have designers. That's what they do. We have developers. That's what they do. We have coders. We have software engineers. We have server experts, security experts, social media people. Oh my gosh. We have SEO engineers. They're all different, and rightfully so. Their belief system of what it is that they do, that's it. That's the end all be all. And they're supposed to think like that. What they don't have is they don't know how to run a business. They don't understand the impacts on operations, logistics, finance, staffing. I learned really quickly in your industry. Our first 2 years in HVAC, I had a client call and he was like, Jen, shut it off. I was like, huh? Well, this is not pay-per-click. You can't turn it off. You guys have to be hiring 24/7, 365. I don't mean you need to hire them and pay them. I mean you need to be recruiting. Your website should have an open, we're hiring sign on it, and you should be collecting resumes. There's too many things that we make decisions on when we absolutely need it, and had we planned earlier, it wouldn't be so painful through the process. So some things we got to predict that they're coming and plan faster. Make sense? All right. So today we're going to cover two things as much as we can get through. The competitive advantage. This is your framework, which is your website, and the engine, which is what makes that thing run. There is no website you can buy. You buy a website and you're like, that's it. I got me a website. My phone's going to start ringing. It doesn't work like that. There's millions of websites on the internet, billions of pages, trillions of pages on the internet. There's only one position for each phrase and location, just one. So there can't be more than one. So it doesn't work like that. And anybody that says that does, there's no way. However, your website alone is either helping you close more of that hard-earned business you work for, your referral business, you guys are networking, you guys are talking to customers, you guys are hustling to get business in the door. It's driving people away, it's a turnoff, it's an exit door, or it's doing nothing. So what I want to do is, first and foremost, we need to make your website an asset, because effectively it's you. It is you. It is the representation, is the person or the thing that's out there selling your business while you do something else. So if you think about your best salesperson, what do you want them to sound like? What do you want them to look like? How educated do you want them to be? How current? How relative? How professional do you want them to be? That's your website. People are funny. You guys go traffic sites all the time, right? And you know when you get on a site and you're like, maybe not. You guys are not selling a widget. It's expensive, right? The average homeowner, how much are they paying? 16 grand, 20 grand? Somewhere in the middle there for a new system? Okay, well, I got hosed. And he's going to listen to this video because he's my client. We had a lot of ductwork issues. I'll just say that. Okay. Well, so here's the thing. Wifey is saying, I want to go to Hawaii. I want a vacation this year. Husband is saying, we need a new air conditioning system, or we need a new furnace, or we need a new heater. That is a conversation that's real, and it takes place all the time. If somebody comes to your site and it doesn't say financing available, you can get into a new system for as little as blank, they're out. Because all she thinks about is Hawaii. We get so wrapped up we forget about people's lives. Make sense? So, first things first, let's get on the same page. So I'll ask you guys, if you need something, I don't care what it is. You want to order some food, you want to go to a movie, you want to replace your roof, you want to get a landscaper, you want to install a pool, your toilet's clogged, whatever it is. You need something. What's your first reaction? What do you guys do? Forget about being a business owner right now. How many of you are moms? Dads? Homeowners? Husbands, wives? Perfect. Stay there. What do you do?
Search for reviews.
Okay, you online, search for reviews. What else? Perfect. Ask for a referral. Anything else? Anybody want to grab the big yellow page book? No? All right. I always wonder if sometimes central states still get a little bit of yellow pages here and there. A little bit. Yeah, I've heard that. It depends on yeah, well, kind of. Weird part is if I'm on the West Coast, they say it immediately goes in the recycling bin. If I'm on the East Coast, they say trash, and the mid-state say they put it in the fire starter. So it's in the bottom of the bucket next to the wood. So here's the thing. As people, homeowners, mom, dad, real people, to break it down, what we do when we need something is we go online and we do a search, or we ask for a referral, and we may do that on social media or call a friend. We may send a text message. A lot of times people are asking on Facebook, hey, anybody know blank? A good blank. And then if you get a referral, what do? You go online and you look, check them out. And you're looking for one thing. When you guys are looking to say, do you want to buy this? Do you want to go there? Do you want to have dinner there? What are you looking for? They're yellow usually. There's a elementary song about them. Twinkle, twinkle. What are you looking for? What makes you buy on Amazon? Reviews, and it comes with the 5 little whats? Stars. Perfect. So say bling. Say bling. That's what that is. Bling. You got to say it. Bling. okay? I'm trying to set it. You guys have to set this in your memory, otherwise you're gonna go back and I'm gonna see you again next year and I'm gonna ask you, how did your review generation process go? And you go, oh, I was busy. And you're busy being busy and not getting what we need to get done. What I don't want you guys to do, I don't want you guys to go through one more season without coming home with a review. Because every consumer across the nation is subconsciously motivated and moved by bling. Those little stars, whether you know it or not. We're not thinking about it, but it drives every click, every action, no matter where we are. So you guys have an opportunity or you have a missed opportunity. I want to make sure that this is no longer a missed opportunity. So say bling. Bling. Okay? I'm going to come home with the bling this year, not later. All right. So in reality, you guys, this is how people buy. As business owners, how many of you have invested in traditional advertising, print, paper, newspaper, magazines, radio, television, any of those? Okay? So as consumers, we don't buy that way. But as business owners, we need to be marketing. So we do things to do things sometimes. Even though I can talk to every audience and the results are the same. I don't get hands showing up anymore. So last year, I will tell you when I went and spoke, and I would rather listen to you guys or a group of soccer moms tell me how you buy than a marketing and advertising company any day. Any day. Last year, when I asked how many of you have made a purchase in the last 12 months, you were not an existing client from radio, television, door hangers, flyers, billboards. Anyone in this room in the last 12 months? There's not one person that's raised their. Okay, we got one. What'd you buy?
Newspaper ad.
You bought a newspaper ad from a newspaper ad? What did you buy from the You bought something from a newspaper?
No.
Oh, you were talking about marketing your business. No, okay, so I meant as consumers. Have you purchased anything? Okay, so we just need to sink into this. Like, all right. We don't want to do the rocking chair syndrome, which is always moving, not going anywhere. We need to make progress. We need to think of our business when it comes to marketing as an investment portfolio. There are things we can invest in that produce immediate potential returns and you have nothing after. And there are things you can invest in that are permanent, compounding interest impacts on your business. The dollar you spend today is worth more 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now. I'll give you the best example. Right here in the back of that room, I'm recording. Why am I recording this session? Data, okay.
You can evaluate yourself.
No, I'm awesome. I'm just kidding. I used to do that. I'm just kidding. Now I get in trouble, so I have to catch myself, make sure I don't get in trouble. You guys, I can take this hour, this video, slice it and dice it into 10 different sections, 10 minutes a pop, label them each differently, throw them in YouTube, hand those YouTube videos over to my social media team, put them on autopilot to post once every 75 days for the next 3 years, because then they're outdated because I'm in an outdated world. I can throw it up on my blog, drop a little content on there, backlink to it, and make my blog page go up to page 1 of Google, and 5 years from now, that page will be worth more than this hour was in this room because of the 10-minute clip from this video. How many of you have woke up and said, I wish I could duplicate myself? I need another one. Heck yeah, you can. Welcome to digital marketing. If you are the best person in your company to sell what you do, if you're the one that sits down at the table and you tell somebody, this is what you shouldn't do. See, you shouldn't do this. It's crazy. You would never do this in a house. You would do something different. And that story, if you find yourself coming home from an appointment and you're talking to the top of your roof, have you ever done that? Or is that just me? You ever talk to the top of your car? Like, one of those. You know what I'm talking about. Okay?
Everything else, but after
That is content. And that's permanent content. When you find yourself on a roll telling somebody something, training somebody something, digitize it. You think about it, we save all this valuable stuff for when we get the client and we're in their house or we're at their office. Give it to them early. Who are they going to trust first? If you're the one with the content, they're already looking online. So, all right, I never get through my slides. I have a slideshow. Remind me to hit next. So, 4 years ago, I was talking about the fact that Google came out with a requirement that said your websites had to be responsive because there was this thing called smartphone and everyone pretty much had one. And then Google said, I'm going to penalize you if you're not responsive. So the term responsive, it's not can you pull your website up on a phone? It's does it have the proper coding structure to pass a responsive test so that it reshapes itself and maintains aspect ratio. So when you look at that website on a phone, you can still read it. Have you guys seen a website on a phone where it's so small you're like this? I know I can't see very well, so I'd be stretching it out. And then you finally get to the phone and you tap it, and nothing happens. That is so frustrating. Little things. Every little thing we do wrong is an exit door. Every little thing. If your phone number is not click to call, if your website doesn't render right on a mobile phone, if you have your Google business listings and it says you close at 5 p.m., the average consumer, think about your clients, mom, dad, kids, picket fence, dog, work. Do they get to handle their personal business Monday through Friday from 9 to 5? I don't care if you have emergency service or a crew that runs emergencies. It needs to say you're open, and your website needs to have the ability to schedule appointments even if it's after 5. Because it doesn't mean an emergency or an after hours, a call after 5 p.m. It doesn't mean you have to have a call center paying a bunch of money. It doesn't mean you have to have another crew or on-time or double-time employees. It doesn't mean that they need you right now. It means that they got home at 5:01 and they saw your site or they saw Google business listing. It said close now, and they kept searching. That's an exit ramp. Leave it open. We had a client that was in Texas, and I was like, you gotta be killing. You're in Texas. It's hot. Like, it's hot. It's like boiling, hair totaled by the time you walk outside. He didn't want to have emergency service. Fine. I was like, let's hook you up with a spot cooling company. That's one of our clients. You guys know what spot cooling is? Okay, it's portable air conditioners. So I was like, so this is what we'll do. You make everything say you're open 24 hours. When a call comes in or a lead form comes in and it's after 5 p.m., we'll route it over to Portacool. They'll go deliver a temporary cooler. And in the morning, you call them and you schedule an appointment when you can. In the meantime, they're cool. They're happy. They got paid for that piece. You get paid for your piece, and you don't lose the business to someone who was open. Didn't cost them a thing. There's a way around everything, but we have to eliminate those exit doors. Make sense? Okay. Dang PowerPoint. This year on Amazon, biggest thing we have to be concerned about. So we went from mobile responsive websites to wearable devices, watches. That was huge last year, year before last. Last year, Amazon sales are these two little devices. Anybody know what they are? What is it? Alexa. Do you have her? Oh, you don't? Does anybody have an Alexa? Do you love her? I love her. I miss her when I'm gone. I finally got a Dot so I can bring her in the hotel room. These two little things do everything. They turn on your lights, they'll turn off your lights, they'll turn up your heat, they'll close your garage door. With us, we were in our hotel room last night and we said, Alexa, turn off all the lights in the house, and then we watched all our kids on the video cameras go. Their eyes get real big in the red light. So it does everything, but it also allows a consumer to go on there and say, Alexa, find me an air conditioner repair company in Edmonds, Washington with the best reviews online. Alexa will deliver those responses. I'll go, call the first one, Alexa. Okay, so that's a different query. So I want you to think about Google, your website, your content, your products, your services, your locations. It's a filing system. You guys seen Bruce Almighty? Okay. So remember when he was in the warehouse and he has a big filing system in there, and God comes in and he was like, anything you've ever said, anything you've ever done, anything you've ever thought is in this drawer. That's Google. When you do a query, if I type a query, I'm going to say AC repair Edmonds, Washington. That's simple. Or air conditioner repair Edmonds, Washington. Or air conditioning repair Edmonds, Washington. On a side note, what I will not say is cooling repair. That is an industry term you guys should not use on your websites unless it's in a picture. So think about this. The more pieces of paper I put inside a file cabinet, the more real estate I own. If you have to file a piece of paper at home, what's most important for you to be able to find it? The what? So if I need to file this, what do I have to do if I got a file drawer with massive paper? What do I need to do? I need to categorize it. Perfect. I need to put a what on it? A label. Might be on a green hanging folder, then a manila envelope, then I have a piece of paper, and it needs to be clear. I'm never going to find this again, right? So someone else can find it. None of your own mnemonics. That is essentially Google. I'm actually, this PowerPoint, and we're not going here. So, website. When someone goes to Google and they type in AC repair, Sacramento, for example, it's going to show you a number up in the top left corner. That is the number of pieces of paper, i.e. web pages, not websites, pages, in that drawer. That's a file cabinet. Just opened up, there's 674,000 pages in that drawer. Okay? Some of you guys have pages on your sites that have a label called services. Now how many pages do we have in the drawer? Okay, that little number shows you how long, when, and how much. There are 6,570,000 pages in that drawer, and in order for you to make a penny, you need to be in the top 10 of that. Okay, so when we do things like AC services, I brought it down to how many? Okay, and then I make a page that says cooling. Okay, for my company, on average, it takes us 30 days, bless you, per 100,000 phrases, or per 100,000 pages to get it moved up. That's a long time, okay? That's a really long time. Now, if I go AC repair, let's go West Chicago. Now how many? Based on my math, how long would it take us to get on page 1 of Google? You guys remember? So about 30 days per 100,000. 3 months. 3 months. 30 days, yes. Did I say 3? 30 days. So for our client, Blue Frost, to sit here, which that's where the calls are going to come in, majority of them, it's going to take about 4 months to make that happen if he does all the right things, okay? So every single page you have on your site, let me go back. I'm going to pull up the site. When I get here, we have to remember that you guys have 2 audiences to please. One is a robot, and he has a mathematical equation of how he's going to look at your site. There is no thought, there is no feeling, it's math and logic. If I want to get in front of humans, I have to please the robot first. Then when a person gets here, we need to plan for it being a woman. Why? You guys deal with a lot of women? Are they heavy influencers on the decision? Let me ask you this. Does a woman care how much you know or how much you think, or how much you care more? Do they want to know how much you know or how much you care first? Yes, gentlemen, you know this. Okay? That's what's important to them. So if a female goes to a website and it's filled with equipment instantly, can you make an emotional connection to them? You can't. Okay, so we'll put that to the side. So we need to connect there first, and yeah, we can get into technical things. There's also various personalities. Your engineers, they're going to want to dig into more stuff. Okay, you're going to have people that are driven more by feeling. They're going to be more driven by pictures and testimonials. You're going to have decision makers, your high Ds, CEOs, executives, and so forth. Sometimes you think they're jerks. Those people better make it fast and easy. Fast and easy. They need to be able to make a decision instantaneously without a lot of energy because their time is precious and they're not going to spend too much time on it. So when I come here, I need to know this. As soon as I land on your site without moving, who you are, what you do, where you do it, how to reach you, what other people think about you. And then we have some sidebar things. Do you have financing available? Do you have a maintenance plan available? If I'm a current client, make me feel at home. I need to have something that says schedule service. I'm not a new customer. I'm not going to request an estimate. I need to feel at home. So from a design standpoint, the second I get there, that's important. You guys also have another challenge. You guys technically operate either 2, 3, or 4 different companies annually. You have an entirely different product mix, consumer, need, and search query for summer than you do winter. But then we merge them together as if they're in the same year. You guys have to separate them. They're 2 different businesses. You have an air conditioning business, you have a heating business. And oh, by the way, we got allergies and water and electrical and plumbing and all these other things possibly in the middle, right? So for Google and for people, we can't make them hunt. When they get there, don't make them sift. They shouldn't have to click. If I hover, I need to know your primary services. And your primaries are really simple. AC repair, AC service, AC installation, AC replacement, AC maintenance, AC tune-up. We can extend it further. AC pricing, air conditioner service, air conditioner maintenance, air conditioner installation, air conditioning service, air conditioning. So those are your top 3 phrases that people use. AC, air conditioner, air conditioning, they don't look for cooling. That's not going to help. And the things you do, and they don't know the difference. So don't get caught up in the fact that installation replacement is the same. It's not the same if you got a whole group of people that are using one and you don't have it on your site and they can't find you. They don't know the difference. They have no clue. Service, repair, no clue. If something's broke, my nose is freezing, my toes are cold, my husband's allergies are killing me, I got kids, dogs, he's got sleep apnea, he snores like crazy. Whatever her issues are, mold, condensation in the window, real people have real issues. We have to address those things, and they don't know what the end result is. Does that make sense? Okay. When they get here, it's got to be simple. It has to be simple very, very quickly. So your content that you have on your site, if you sell it, service it, maintenance it, tune it up, replace it, install it, you got to have a page for it. And not just it. Where? Where do you do that? Remember, every page on your website is a piece of paper you need a proper label on to get you into a drawer. That file drawer. And then we'll worry about, once I'm in the drawer, I'm playing the game, now I got to move to the front. And that's a different process. But I at least have to play the game. The number one, let me go back here for 1 second. Websites first. That's your asset. You should own it. That's your baby. That actually can improve the valuation of your company when you go to sell it. That can make you money. The number one least budgeted thing and most important is content. It's your ability to speak. If I stop talking and I just sit up here and blink, it's going to be a long hour. You can't go on a sales appointment and not say anything. Your website's the same. You just had that. Your website's the same way. It's identical. No content, no go. You're not even playing the game. You're not going to write it. Don't make promises. Promises. They're empty. I've heard that. Just pay to get it done. Get it out of the way. Even if you have $100, buy a page of quality content and buy another one later. And buy another one later. Bootstrap it like an entrepreneur will. Bootstrap it. Keep adding. You're building on top of it. Okay, so content critical. By service, by location, by search, by question. Right now it's tax time. There's a lot of consumers that are out there doing searches on high efficiency air conditioning system tax rebates, high efficiency furnace tax rebates. It's April. That's a big search. My California guys that have earthquake shutoff valves. Odd things. People look for those. No one's targeting those. Those are great ways to drive new business and new leads in the door. All right, next. What are reviews called? Bling. That's right. Bling. Okay? I want you to come home with lots of rocks this year. I'm going to show you how to do that. I don't have that in there. There is an easy process. They should come back up. Just gets an attitude every once in a while. So there is an easy process for getting reviews. A lot of times it's overcomplicated or there's no system or process. So it's very simple. There is an application. There's only 2 review systems that allow this to take place. So let me actually show you. Let's go. All right, we can, let's use his. Okay. You guys have heard of Review Buzz, Customer Lobby? Are they calling you guys? Okay. So there are 2 different kinds of review systems. There are review acquisition systems that are really good at getting you reviews on other people's sites, third-party reviews. And then there is a review acquisition system that is for optimization, or it gives you the flexibility to route reviews based on logic where you need them. If I go look at, let's go, if I go look at your company name with the word reviews, or your company name in the city you're physically listed, this should pop up, and it should be you. This is a Google business listing. Right now, based on everyone that's in this room, that's free. It's not free nationally, and I'll explain that in a minute. But when somebody Googles your name, they're going to get a first impression. They either can't figure out who you are, which one is you, there's no reviews, and they're immediately, that's an exit ramp. There's negative reviews, that's definitely an exit ramp. Or there's positive reviews, and they get an instant comfort and they drill into your website. So this is where I was saying, I want you to look open 24/7, open 24 hours. This Google business listing is, based on the people in this room right now, it's going to change. It is one of the most important places to generate reviews, and the number of reviews you need is going to depend on your search and city and the companies in your area. Someone want to give me a city you guys are in, and I'll look? What is it? PA? Yeah. Thank you for giving me something I can spell. Yeah. All right, so if I go look for AC Repair, State College, PA. The first 3 listings, that is Google AdWords, pay-per-click. I'm not going to talk about that right now because, do you guys have a sheet that has bubbles on it? You do. This sheet, if I start from left and go down, this is giving you, without having done a lot of research on your business and pulling reports and so forth, this is giving you the best recommendation on what you need to do and in what order. Okay, all of this works if you do the right thing in the right order at the right time. And pay-per-click, you're going to notice, is way down here. That's what this is. This area right here, these ads, that is a temporary means to get money in the door quickly. And when you stop investing in it, you have nothing. So I don't want temporary investments. So this is, how you guys familiar with pay-per-click? If I tap this link, I'm going to charge this guy $7, $4, $12, $18, whatever that is. Their credit card's on file. They have a budget, 30, 100, 200. I've got clients with thousands of dollars a day that just gets pulled off their credit card. Okay? Not yet. That's not important right now. Is it valuable? Yes, but not yet. First and foremost is going to be that website. Second is going to be content. Next is going to be CRM, which we'll talk about. So local listings is on here, which is critical, and reviews, which is what this is. Google Business Listing is one of 70 local listings, and it's the first priority for everyone in this room. This is free. Setting one up, free. Doesn't cost you anything. You can pay someone a little bit to do it for you if you don't want to, but you need to set it up. You need to own the login and password. It needs to be your account. Otherwise, when you try and leave that company and they keep your stuff, you don't have anything. You can't get into your own account. Does anyone have a Google business listing? You don't know how to get into it right now? Yeah, you can just do one of these. I know, I get it. And that's, I have a woman, she's a bulldog. She can help with that though. Okay. That's harsh. This is really, really important because it's free marketing as long as and this is only going to work if you have a physical office in this city, you have an opportunity to get on this map. In order for you to be featured, you have to have the most reviews, the best reviews, the most frequent reviews, and you have to update that profile with new pictures the most frequently. Silly thing, you have to do it. You can do it from your phone in 2 seconds. If you're logged into your business listing, upload pictures, before and after pictures, selfie pictures, office pictures, staff pictures, birthday, whatever it is. Upload images or pay somebody to do it. This is a moneymaker, and all it takes is a little bit of labor. Only in the city that you physically reside in. That being said, very quickly, I'm going to show you the one I just looked at. AC Repair Sacramento. What do you notice that's different about this one? Do you see anything that stands out? So let me go back. Sponsored. Okay, yep. What else? There you go. So, for those of you that have in your mind, I want to work with someone local, marketing company. Okay, well, let me back up. If you're going for any of the triple Fs, just stop. Want to guess what the triple Fs are as far as doing your marketing or website? Yeah? Friends? Family? And I'll leave the X one, you can be creative with it, okay? Friends, family, fools, free, felons, all of it. The second thing is, you guys, everything online changes, so don't ever bank on one thing. And the only way that a company is going to know is if they have clients nationally and internationally, because Google tests in Toronto, it tests in Chicago, it tests in LA, it tests in Sacramento. Right now, every one of our clients that was sitting here with a free Google business listing and their phone rang off the hook for those calls in Atlanta or in Sacramento, it stopped immediately when that came down. Like this. Imagine a funnel that made your phone ring just turning off. So some things you have to take advantage of for short periods of time. This is just not enough time. Okay, I'm going to leave you with a couple things. Is this helpful so far? I've left you with half of what you need to know. Site. You guys have an awesome opportunity, and it's right now. Google came out with a new coding structure that allows us to hard code your cumulative reviews into your website on every single page. So no matter where you show up, you got bling. That's huge. It's only going to last for a short period of time because when everybody picks up on it and everyone has stars, it will become irrelevant and it'll be something new. But for now, know this. If you have a website, the longevity of that site, it might be 30 to 60 days. If you can get to the point where you are replacing your website, refreshing it. So you got to keep it with the same company so they know what they're doing. You've got to be in a new piece of technology every 12 to 24 months, or it's going to start falling behind. And anything you put into marketing, it's going to start devaluing your dollar. So you need a new site at least every 12 to 22 months. You can build it in. We call it a refresh plan. You need to make sure that you are, over time, adding to your marketing efforts. Bootstrap it. When you sit down, what are you doing that's working? Do more of it. What are you doing that's not working? Stop. And what are you not doing yet that you should be? Does anyone in here not have a website? Or have a 5-pager you know needs replaced? Okay. So you guys come see me if you need help. This is not enough time, but we did record this. So if you guys fill out those half sheets of paper, give them to me. We'll run about $500 in reports for you, complimentary, so you have an idea of where you are right now. In addition to that, we'll make sure you get a copy of this recording and all the other sessions because not one of them is the same. If you don't have a site, we've never done this before, we do have an event only. It's $300 a month and we'll put you into a 15-page site that is custom designed with all the bells and whistles of this one. And the reason we're doing it is because most businesses come out of the gate and they spend all their money on a website and don't have any money to market it. So we want you to have the best looking site in your area. Will you need to do other things? Absolutely. Will it help you get started? Yes. And there's a landing page option on there as well. I have them up here if you want help. You guys can catch us. We'll be here till tomorrow at the end of the day. Is this sort of helpful? Do you have enough to do a little bit of damage? Okay. I appreciate you guys coming. I hear you're being called. So fill out those half sheets of paper, drop them off with Mike and I, and feel free to stop by and visit with us before we leave. Appreciate you. I wish I had like 6 hours. Thank you guys. Yes, absolutely. So if you decide to do that, you'll fill that out. We'll text you the link to sign up, and then go meet with him before we leave. He will do your design brief. You'll have a new design by Monday or Tuesday of next week. This is a down and dirty, get it done.
Like a basic one, like.
It'll just have 15 pages. It's got less content. But it'll have all the functionality of our biggest clients, just with less content. That's the most expensive part of this. I mean, we've built websites 100,000 times. It's the content that has to be unique. That's expensive. It's that simple. I will. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. If you have questions, don't hesitate to stop by and see me. Was that really 45 minutes?
Yes, so did.
Dang.
Go quick.
How did it seem so fast? Awesome. Thank you. Perfect. You should take one of those too, just in case.
Yeah, we've just our business pretty much we
Thank you,
focus
darling.
on working with management companies in our area. So we've just really never really branched out into the residential market. I mean, we do residential work, of course.
Yeah.
It's just
That'll help you with referrals.
but it's just like
Just having
you
a
want to
really
be
good
ready
clean.
for it. You don't want to like where we're at right now. We don't advertise because if the phone rings, we're booked.
Yeah.
Already.
So don't use it for that. Just use it for credibility for now.
Mm-hmm.
But build the domain history. Have that. And then when you are ready to do it, you're not behind the curve.
I run a couple different businesses. I race a professional motorcycle in HRA, and so now we're on NHRA. We're on Fox. We're with Mellow Yellow.
Awesome.
So there's something I'm trying to build a lot more than the heating and cooling side because I'm already have an established business on that side. But the racing thing is difficult because I'm finally at the level where I can approach major different sponsors and try to become marketing partners with them.
You have pictures and whatnot you could put up on the site? You got
that site I do
quality
have
pictures?
Okay. My girlfriend's like a photographer and a graphic designer, so we have a lot of content.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Perfect. Yeah, you can leave it there. That's
Can I get a
perfect.
hold of you?
Michael has my card. My husband's back there. And he has it. Thank you so much. Hi.
If you can make an announcement at the end of the session and the next one, I would really appreciate it.
What kind of announcement would you like?
Just that, cocktails are going to be tonight at 6.
Oh, they're going to need them.
Okay, and then the other thing is their name badges say breakfast is at 7.
Uh-huh.
We're going to push it back to 7:30, so they're going to want to bring their luggage down.
So drink a lot and show up late for breakfast.
Yeah. So then just say your name badges say 7. We're going to push breakfast back to 7:30 tomorrow, so you can bring down with your luggage done.
All right, perfect.
All right,
Gotcha.
thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Paige. Appreciate you.
Yeah, this one and the next one, because sometimes the last one they're going to
Is there another one? Okay. He's black guy in the back. You won't miss him. He's around there somewhere. Kathy's at our table out there too. She'll have some.
Oh, that was my question. So you have a table that we could go
We
talk
do.
a little
Yep.
more in depth. It's her brother, my brother-in-law, did my website. I don't know anything about it. I mean, we're fourth on this.
It's impossible to get done on one person. They just don't. That's tough. You need a designer, an engineer, a coder. I mean, you need an army.
Do you have,
And then you need
packages
someone
that you- I don't know. I mean, he pumps like fix the hell out of it. I mean, website, I don't know for
I know. That's all right. So
Then do you make
normally
maintain
what
it?
happens? Yeah. Normally what happens is we do a strategy session. So here's my problem. I've done about 60 speaking events in the last 70 days, and I have 4,000 of those little half sheets of paper to call. And I only have 2 salespeople because we don't have sales. We don't do sales. It's just. Do you know how many pages are on your site?
No, I don't know.
Is it a lot? A little, you think?
You can look
Okay.
it up. You State College then?
Okay. Let me stop.